Hey guys, how you doing? Ron here with Tech Tips to Go. I just wanted to say good morning to all of the VFam subscribers, VFam channel, VFam supporters. Thanks for helping me grow the channel. I think we're up to about 285 subscribers, all because of you guys. So, shout out to you guys. Anyways, before we get into the video, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Vechain price. So the VET token, we're seeing a big pump. Not a big pump, but we've gone from 0.003637 last week to a high of 0.0045, which is great. And I'm going to show you why. And you've probably seen from my other videos, why we had a little pump. We had a little pump because of H&M, some other news that was out there. And I'm going to show you some social stats and some other things as we get close to the Bitcoin heavening. I call it, someone corrected me and was like, did you call it heavening? And I always make this joke with our friends, is like, I call it heaven, heavening. So I get into this, I always start to correct myself because it sounds like I'm saying heavening, but I call it heaven because when the bull run comes, that's, we're in heaven, guys. We're going to like to the moon. But anyways, that's kind of like my inside joke with some of our buddies. Anyways, just want to say thank you for all the subscribers. Let's keep growing the channel. Click the smash the like button, click the subscribe button. Let's grow it. VFam. Follow me on Twitter. So it's at TechTipsToGo1. And you'll see some other community members, join the tribe, etc. So anyways, let's get into the video. So I got up this morning and I looked at the Coinbase. First thing I always like to do is get up in the morning, I open my phone and I check Binance, I check Coinbase. And the funny thing is when I look at Coinbase, I don't even look at the prices, but I always want to see like Vechain or VET, in the top 5. So I actually go over to Coinbase and I click the little tab where it says top gainers. Then I'll look at top losers. And I'm like, the first thing I like to do is like, I hope Vechain is in the top 5 or top 10 or at least on the board. And then I look at top losers and I'm like, I hope they're not there. But anyways, I get up this morning and they're like top 5 and they had a nice pump to 0.0045 and it actually shows here. I think it went down a little to about 0.0043. But right now we're, today's high and it just started for people that are in North America, not the Asian markets. But, we got up to 0.0045 and I want to talk about, like I mentioned, why I think, it's going to slowly go up. I think we've already missed a gravy train in terms of buying the dip. And like I mentioned before, I really wanted to get down to 0.0029. Now I'm more thinking, how do I get back into 0.003 or buy lower, which I don't think, because if you look at the trading charts, our support is probably around 0.004, resistance, I would say we're hovering around 0.004, 4142, right? Going forward, I think if we break this, then we're going to be seeing 0.005. And that's a good sign because, there's only like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks before the Bitcoin halving. And, it's coming lower. The Bitcoin halving is, like I mentioned, probably less than 2 weeks. And let's look at it. Here is the site. If you go to Bitcoin block half, basically it's 15 days. So 15 days from now. And, when we go back to looking at the charts, this is good. This is a good sign because as we get close to the Bitcoin halving, we're not in a downcline or in a downtrend from these levels. We're not going, hopefully we're not going back down to 0.035 close to the halving. But if you look, this is just over the last, I say like week, we're on that incline. And I'm going to show you this stats here. So I think, like when I mention this, as we get closer, like 2 weeks away from the Bitcoin halving, look at the social scores. Look at the amount of engagement that's going on here. So the social volume in the last 24 hours is 850 posts. That's an increase of 58%. And then the social engagement, which is huge in 24 hours, is 250%. So, for those of you who've been in the crypto altcoin game for, since, way back in time, let's say 2016, 2017, if you were in with the bull run back in 2016, 2017 area, then this is kind of just fluff for you. You guys seen it, but I just think that there's more investors coming into this space because they know, or they're hearing about Bitcoin halving. And if you look at my other video where we show Google Trends, people are just Googling that, and the trend line for Bitcoin halving is increasing. So as people are getting into diversifying their investments other than Bitcoin, they start to look at other altcoins. And one of the popular ones, like we're all in, the vet fam's into this, we're into like the social engagement on Twitter. It's an increase of, I think it hovered around 247% social engagement in 24 hours. Now the news volume, 11 articles, 10% increase. And then that also brings the spammers and the scammers. So you got to watch out for those emails that are coming into your inbox. I think Binance, there was an announcement that there was not a hack, there was spam going on with Mail or Outlook or something like that. So guys, do me a favor, like take care of your coins, whether you store it on the vthor wallet or a cold wallet. Take it off the exchanges. Not to say Binance isn't safe. I keep some of my stuff on Binance and Coinbase, but get into the habit of just move it over to Coinbase and do it pretty soon. So anyways, so the spam volume, it shows 42%. It's up 42%. So you're going to be getting emails. Even on my website, I get a ton of emails. Say, click on this, click on that. Don't click on them. Don't send anything to an address. Don't get fished into that stuff. Anyways, and then if you look at the news share links for the 24-hour period, 254 URLs, 84% increase. Now, I didn't include this in my last video, but let's get into this tweet that was sent by David. So David Darris on Twitter, shout out to him. So last week on April 24th, he puts out this tweet and says, what do all these companies have in common? You'll soon find out. And then he talks about he's in the supply chain industry as well, and he talks about dnvgl, which is an investor in Vechain, NAB, Westpac, and Sarah Naba. And if you know who Sarah Naba is, I think she's part of the VP of Business Development for Vechain in China, and in Southeast Asia and Australia. And if you look at this tweet, he kind of puts a little teaser out there. You'll soon find out, right? And he lists all of these companies, Alipay, MasterCard, etc. And then, below, he shows, him having a Zoom call or a teleconference call with Sarah, just saying, cheers, working from home doesn't mean work has to come to a complete standstill. So that's his company, giving me a toast to the upcoming collabs. And then above, Sarah mentions, people are trying to find out more information, what's going on, what's the news that's going to be coming out. So she's like, nice try, lads, but no clues in this pic. The world is so different today. It's a good week when you have a business partner smiling on the screen with news worth celebrating. So, and then she put follow them two, and then also, so if you look at his tweet here, I don't know how this relates to the next part of the news here. So it says, so he puts out this tweet, Sarah retweets it, and, says, no clues here. And then up here, you look at the tweet where he retweeted. So APAC Provenance Council, and what they mentioned here kind of, says, still in stealth mode, we'll have lots to say soon. And if you look at APAC, you could look at their Twitter account, their main Twitter account, forensic testing, traceability, which Vechain does, trade finance, advisory for industry. So, and if you look at here, APAC Provenance Council retweeted, still in stealth mode, we still have lots to say. So a lot of hints, but no one's kind of leaking any information. We'll soon see what happens. I don't know if that related to H&M, but I think it's more news to come out, which is great news. And that's why I see a lot of social interaction, buying the dip. I think we've lost the dip, we've missed out. But anyways, who knows? It depends. If we get like a bunch of whales coming in, like what happened on Black Thursday, then we're going to see a short dip. And like I mentioned in my videos, that's why, keep some tether in your account. Whether it's Binance USD or USDT, USDC, whatever, keep it in your account. Put an alert or put a buy when it gets to a point where you want to buy. Right now it's 0.0045 is high. Let's say you want to get into 0.0029, which I don't think, or less, is 33. Then put a buy in there, right? And just keep stacking VeChain. So anyways, guys, I wanted to leave you with this. Again, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.